Going live very soon. Good afternoon, welcome to Crypto Quick Chat. We're getting ready to get started here. I think everything's set up right. Had a big week in Illuvium news and an even bigger week in crypto. Wow, some serious volatility this week. So this afternoon we're gonna do some more Overworld. Gonna run around, catch some Illuvials, talk about crypto. We'll just get into the game. Yeah, hopefully everything's all ready to go. Got a few things to talk about. But we'll just get into the Overworld first. I'm always drawn to Brightland Steeps because it's just, yeah, it's more open, easier to find stuff. You can see stuff from miles away. Yeah, so huge week in crypto. Had tons of volatility. I mean, even today alone, heaps of volatility. Yeah, according to if you caught Scoriox and TSG's stream yesterday, they've got a whole week of news ready to be released in the lead up to the private beta starting. So I wouldn't be surprised to see some more news pop up over the next couple of days, hopefully over the weekend. Yeah, the volatility, Jesus. So I mean, today alone, yeah, you've seen a swing from $90 odd Illuvium down to low 80s and then back up again to 90 or 95. I'm not sure what we're at now, but yeah, some global politics causing ripples in the entire crypto market, I'd say. But yeah, if you're watching the news and you're getting your information from the news, it seems like the news or the major news sources are there to make you believe what they want you to believe or see what they want you to see, and they're not actually there to report the news anymore. So I honestly have no idea what's going on in the Middle East at the moment. It seems like there's all kinds of players wanting you to believe a certain thing and not actually reporting the truth. So not that we want to talk about global politics here. We just want to play games and have some fun. But this is crypto, so global politics does affect it. I've noticed that like we always had really big dips that could last a long time when there was news of, you know, global tensions, let's say that, especially when they spill over into actual violence. But things are bouncing back quicker and quicker and quicker. It's almost like, especially crypto is saying, yeah, we're sick of this. We're just gonna keep going up. So the bull market's here. Whether or not you go to war or not, we're still going to have our bull market. It might affect it a little bit, but it's not going to slow it down for long, and it's going to bounce back just as quick as it goes down. Let's see what we got here. Air encounter. Ooh, rotor. I wouldn't mind grabbing another rotor. So, I've been... Oh, hi, Katniss. First in the stream again. Yeah, I've got some news to talk about in regards to SILV2. Which I've been debating actually talking about. I wasn't going to do it, but we're going to talk about it. Because I have such a small channel, and I don't think many people will watch the full thing. I've got some tips and tricks for SILV2 that I don't think anyone's thought about. But it could make your life much easier once the game goes live. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later. I'm not going to drop it straight away. So you're going to have to watch for a little bit at least. Don't worry, I won't make you wait too long. Like I said, some people might know this information, but they're not sharing it. And I'm gonna dive into it for my 3 or 4 followers or people who watch this. So keep watching, and yeah, I'll look after you. All right, let's see. I'm a little bit distracted. So much has been happening. Oh, this is going to be tight. Okay. Oh, no, let's stuff this one up. Oh, we might get it. Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, rotor. Go, rotor. Oh, that shield. Ah, oh, just beaten. That was tight. That's still going to give me a crack. See, that shouldn't have happened. So that's obviously a little bug. So rotor, level 4 rotor. Really nice. We might throw a T2 shard at him. Good news, I've ordered a new keyboard, so hopefully they'll arrive next week and we won't have the loud tapping on stream. Let's have a look at this guy. Okay. Very average rotor, but at least he's level 4, so he can contribute to a advancement to evolving him to Revo. So that's a nice little bonus. I think I've got enough Kukas. Oh, level 6. I've never seen an Illuvial above level 5, so this is the first one I've seen above level 5. That's quite interesting. I'm going to try this one. I did not think you could get them above level 5. Maybe the higher tier runs have a higher chance of giving you extra XP. Hey, there we go. Okay, not too bad. Good stats. That's going to give me another crack. No, closes. There was a definite delay in that rift closing. Yeah, if you big thing that happened this week, the private beta registrations went live. So if you haven't already registered, and I'm sure if you're watching my channel you've already registered, but if you haven't, make sure you register. Get a chance to join in. I don't have a link, so you don't need to use my link. I will give you a tip though. Make sure you use the same email you use that's linked to your Illuvium account. That way, if you've got a history of playing the game and supporting Illuvium, when you make your registration, they'll know about it and they might be more likely to give you a spot on the beta team. Let's have a look at our map here. yeah, otherwise you're just registering and they don't actually know who you are or whether you've supported the team or done any testing in the past. Okay, well, we've got heaps of red zone around us. That's good. Might head that way. Yeah, so the private beta's available. If you're going to join up, I recommend joining up with someone who's got a link. You have a higher chance of getting in, apparently. And if you select one of the bigger YouTubers or social media people, if you select one of the bigger ones, I think they're all getting the same amount of spots. Everyone seems to get 20 spots for their groups. So if you select one of the bigger ones, you might have more people to compete with. So you might want to look at some of the smaller streamers as well. Hoping I got a good chance to get in. I have been involved for the last 2.5 odd years. Pretty much, I've played the LAN game, I've played the Overworld, I've played the Arena. So hopefully I've got a good chance of getting in. If I do get in, I might actually take some time off work and do a couple of massive streams and yeah, just get stuck into the game so everyone can see what's going on. I mean, it's been a long time since I took time off to play a game. I mean, geez. I would have been a young man when that happened. Maybe Diablo 3 or something like that. Maybe World of Warcraft back in those days. Oh, I don't think we've got too many resources around here. We'll head up there. We'll head up anyway. Just check it out. Yeah, upgrading your boots and your jetpack is a absolute must once you get the chance to in the game. It just makes moving around so much easier. We are running maxed out boots and maxed out jetpack. Still only got the second level of visor. But that's quite a big resource investment if you want to upgrade that to max. Which we will do. I'm not sure whether we'll do it for the overworld. It's quite hard to motivate yourself to play the overworld or the arena at the moment when the actual full version of the games, or the next level of the game, is just around the corner. But it's all in good fun. It means we can run around and talk about Illuvium. Ooh, nice big rock here. This one usually gives the gems, I think. Yellow gives you gems, which aren't the most useful item at the moment, but we will mine this one. Yeah, to me the green ones are definitely the best minerals to harvest, and the black ones next, and then the yellow is probably the least useful. That might all change once the game goes live. Yeah, this is more for, the gems seem to be useful in making skins and stuff like that. Yeah, so if you've been following along, the next update is going to have, or the private beta is meant to have, and this is not 100% confirmed, but from what I've gathered from watching the town hall and a few Discord chats, there will be those little creatures you might have saw me catching earlier. They're going to attack you in game. There's going to be Illuvial combat, so the rifts are disappearing in this form of the game. You'll be able to capture Illuvials just by fighting them in the overworld. So it'll be fun to see what that looks like. There will also be a bunch of new weapons and a new combat system. Should be pretty cool. And you'll be able to integrate skills, like your little bot has skills for capturing Illuvials and doing all kinds of cool stuff. Oh, I left a rock up there. Sometimes they're hard to see when you're close. You can't see them until you get away. Yeah, there's definitely one there. Hope that keyboard's not too annoying. I know it bugs me when I listen to it on the replay. Okay. Looks like there's some resources on that next hill. Check our heat map. Okay, we'll head over there. So this is just a tier 1 run. Collect a couple of shards, a few resources. Oh, there's another one there. Doesn't seem to be too much more over here. Do we want to head that way? I don't have a heat map enhancement on my droid at the moment, so it might not be too accurate, and I can't see anything over there. Usually on this map the resources stand out from quite a way away. Oh, there's one in the corner there. Yeah, so I suppose we should talk about SRV2. I was hesitant to talk about this, as I've noticed most people seem to be not hiding, but keeping this sort of secret to themselves. I'm sure I'm not the first one to think of it. So if you know what SRV2 is, when you're yielding Illuvium, or the main ILV token, you can claim SRV2, and that way you don't have to lock your tokens up for 12 months. Which is pretty cool if you want the money straight away, or you want to spend it on in-game assets. So SRV2 usually has about half the value of Illuvium. So it's not necessarily the best coin as an investment, but if you're using it for in-game currency, it has the same value as a full SRV token. So one $50 SRV2 token has the same value as a $100 Illuvium token, if that's what the prices are at the time. Now you might think, why does that matter? Well, I think the reason no one really wants to talk about it is everyone wants the game to succeed. For the game to succeed, people have to spend money in Illuvium. Now, SRV2, when people use that as a currency in game, it's burned and no one gets the financial benefits from it. So once it's gone, it's gone. It's out of the system, which is what I suspect everyone wants. The sooner we get the SRV2 out of the system, the better. That way people can start spending their ETH. And I mean, if you're going to play the game, or when the game goes live, you know, if you can spend $50 worth of ETH to play the game and get 10 runs, why wouldn't you convert that ETH to SRV2 and use that to pay for it and get 20 runs? You know, so once people learn DeFi and how to actually interact with this coin, you know, it's in your best interest to use SRV2 first, but it doesn't benefit the economy of Illuvium. So I think the developers have taken this into account. Like, they know they've got to burn all the SRV2 before they start making serious money. And this is all assuming the game is a success. So my plan, which I'm sure everyone's who's been around for a while already knows, but very few people actually talk about it. So I've got a couple of SRV2 sitting there. When the game goes live, prices are obviously going to go up. There's probably going to be a lot of hype, lots of people playing. So if you're holding SRV2 now, you might have paid $30, $50, $80, whatever you paid for it. It'll have the same value in game as any SRV token. So if SRV is $200, you've got $200 worth of transactions. If it's $400, you've got $400 worth of transactions. If it's $1,000, well, that's what it's worth. So you might be able to play the game a lot with a very small amount of SRV2. Now, I'm sure that means a lot of people are just going to grab some SRV2, go out and play the game, and have a lot of fun, probably burn their SRV2 really quick. But my theory, which I'm sure they don't actually want you to do, but because I've got such a small stream, I'm sure not many people will hear this information. My theory is to hold the SRV2 and not use it straight away. And the reason being, when the token's worth $1,000, that SRV2 is worth $1,000, even if the token's only worth 200 or 300. So if you can play off airdrops or harvesting resources with your own land, that's definitely a better way to play the game for as long as possible and save your SRV2 for much later. You know, if a T3 run ends up being $10 or $20 or $25 for a run, you might be able to use a tiny bit of SRV to do that run later. But if you burn it all when it's at a very low value, you won't be able to do that. So that's a little tip for the very few people who actually watch this and get this far in the video, which might be zero, but might be a couple. Now, if you want to use SRV2, it's quite a complex, if you're new to crypto, it's quite a complex thing. So you can't just get SRV2 and play the game. You know, you need to be familiar with DeFi. You've got to, you've probably got to buy ETH off an exchange, send it to a MetaMask wallet, exchange it for SRV2, and then you've got to be familiar with bridging. You've got to bridge it across to IMX, and only then can you actually use it in game. So we're going to try and get this seer. Is that a seer? A flare. So he turns into seer, I think. Level 2. We'll chuck a T2 shard on him. It'd be cool to have one of him. Yeah, so if you're familiar with DeFi and you haven't looked into SRV2, definitely have a quick look, because it could make your gameplay quite cheap compared to what other people are going to be paying, especially once it's all burned and out of the system, which I think is the actual goal. They want to burn it and get it out of the system. Oh, that is maximum stats almost. That is a pretty amazing little guy. It's probably the best best stats I've seen on Illuvial yet. Good stuff. See, this kind of thing, like it's like, oh, I caught a really cool Illuvial. Who cares? It's all getting reset. But once this overworld goes live and you catch something like that, it's going to be a really exciting moment. That might be worth some serious money on the Illuvium marketplace, or if you're into the arena, might be worth hanging on to him. You might have a better seer than other players that have an advantage in the arena. So that'd be pretty cool. Oh, hang on. Yay! Apparently it's a little bit lame to use sound effects on your streams, but I don't care. It's a bit of fun. Alright, where are we going? Catch another Illuvial. Yeah, so if you're watching the replay and you've got a little bit of SRV2, don't be too eager to burn it all straight away. Hang on to a little bit, because if Illuvium's going to have constant buy pressure once this game goes live, so you know the price is going to be going up once the game's live. So that means the SRV is going to go up in value as well. So that would be really handy. Alright, so the goal is kill the monkey first. These guys are going to teleport down here. I think he's a teleporter too, or a rogue too. So everyone should be attacking my tank. And these guys are going to jump over here, because they're all rogues, and kill the monkey. Let's see if it works. Perfect. Thank you, Katniss. I think sound effects are very cool too. Oh, I haven't got one of these. What's he called? A lura. Oh, fail. Oh, and he's escaped. So, if you... Sometimes you get multiple chances to catch the Illuvial. Sometimes they get away. I don't think we've got an ape on. He's quite a handy Illuvial. This one is stun. He's got a lot of energy, so he usually gets his Omega off early. And his Omega is an AoE stun. So, handy one to have. Apparently the reason we haven't had an update for the arena since the last patch, they're working on an 8-player game mode for arena, so that could be quite interesting. Now, very excited to see where that goes. I'm not sure it'll be ready for the private beta, but it should be available soon. Apparently, Kieran's offered the Illuvium, the land game. What's the Illuvium Zero team? The guys developing the Illuvium Zero team. He's offered them a bonus if they can get the get the land game up and ready before we run out of time. Okay, I think we're done in this area. I did see a rift up there. Oh, there it is. Get a quick bit of energy before we jump out. Yeah, so that's... I have mixed thoughts on that. Like, it's great offering them a bonus to get it out quicker, but I'd rather it done properly than quick. So, I know people are a bit impatient to get the land game out, but hopefully they don't rush it out just to get the bonus, and they make sure it's done ready and properly. Any minerals we can grab before we get out of here? Oh, there's 2 down there. Another one across the river. River? Pond? Yep, that's it. Run 1 done. Yeah, so if you've been watching the prices just in the last 24 hours, I mean, Bitcoin's, well, the whole market, not just Bitcoin, has been trading in this little range. And then obviously we got the news about Iran being attacked or counter-attacked or counter-attacked. And then, yeah, as soon as that news came out, the market's all dumped, but they've already rebounded past where they were before. So I don't know whether it's that big a deal anymore. Anytime there's a global conflict, it doesn't seem to affect the prices that much. Or not for a long term anyway. As sad as it is, it's just a buying opportunity. Okay. Head across that way. Yeah, so these little things, they're meant to attack you when the patch goes live, or when the beta goes live. I wonder if there'll be more environmental effects. Like in the Crimson Wastes, there's these little bits of, they look like giant flowers, but they've got like lightning effects and stuff on them. I wonder whether if you get too close to them, they'll damage you, or whether they'll try and grab you and drag you in or something. Anything to give you sort of a little more to do would be kind of cool. Scanning. More rotors, more headies, more cuckoos. I think I need one more rotor, so we'll do this one. I think my existing rotor is one of the highest level Illuvials I got. I think he's like level 9 or something. Can it tell you? No. I wonder if we can kill the Kuka first. Use Vermila to distract their healer. And then have everything else go after the Kuka. That's better. Yeah, I think Jotun, the bear, the upgraded version of this bear, he's definitely my favourite Illuvial. So it's nice to have him on the front line. He's just a great tank, and he does damage too, so you can't go past. Can't go past him. Fail. That's my sad violin failure. Oops. Jotun, Jotun. So he's a giant bear Katniss. Let's do this one. 2 rotors. So he's the evolved version of the little bear I've got. So in this match, our Jotun, or our, what's he called? He's a... I can't say that word. A Joel? Is the M silent? A Mjol? That's his name there. So in this game, our Joel is going to go straight for the links. These 2 guys are going to jump down here because they're rogues, and they're going to start attacking our Joel. So I'm going to place 2 rogues, my own rotor and a Volante. They're both going to jump over to the links. So I'm going to have these 3 guys all attacking the links. Then we're going to grab a airshiv and give it to our ranger. So that's going to turn him into a rogue as well. So now he's going to jump to the other side of the board. So I'll put them all together. So that way my 3 damage dealers will all attack the links, and my tank, who I'm not going to say his name anymore because I'm doing it wrong, he's going to take the damage from all 3 of these guys, keeping these guys safe until the rotors start teleporting all over the place. But hopefully the links will be dead by then, and then we can just mop up the rotors. And then we've still got 63 points there, so that's kind of cool. Let's see what happens. Perfectly executed. But we're still going to lose. Probably needed to put 1 more Illuvial down. So I definitely had a good strategy on that one, but I didn't use powerful enough Illuvials. It's kind of hard to judge how it's going to go. I think after playing the arena, you get used to all the Illuvials having the same power level, but then you come into the overworld and every Illuvial has a different XP level and different stats, so you don't actually know how powerful each Illuvial is. So in other words, yeah, don't suck. I mean, you're sort of incentivized to put a bunch of Illuvials down. or not too many Illuvials down, because that way you get more goes at capturing. But yeah, you might lose the battle, so you sort of don't want to be too cautious about it. There's something over there. Always trying to get bang for your buck, eh? Use the least amount of Illuvials to get the most amount of chances. But if you're on the wrong side of that line, you're going to lose the battle. I'm sure we'll all get better at it and more efficient at picking the right choices as we play more. So you can tell that kind of plant is going to do something nasty when the game goes into the next version. That does not look like a friendly plant, even though it doesn't do anything at the moment. Even this guy, what does this guy do? See, little explosion. They've already set the animations up to do something. We just haven't seen exactly how it's going to interact with your health and... Scanning. Yeah, might pass on that one. Yeah, so if you've been paying attention, land has been... Oh, we definitely want to stab him. Let's definitely fight that. Yeah, land's been at a discount the last week. Has jumped up a little bit in the last couple of days. I picked up a new T2 land earlier in the week. Okay. So you can actually see his experience level here, but you can see how much experience he's got, but it doesn't tell you what level he is. What's that? That's his energy, that's his XP. So I think we're going to put our bear back here to tank the stabbing. And everyone else is going to go... Maybe not. Chuck him in there as well. So the stabbin's going to jump onto the bear. And my ranger's going to run across and attack the stabbin, because he's going to teleport over here. And I wonder if Volante and Rota can take out this guy. Put some armor on this time. Maybe we'll do this to reduce the stabbing's attack speed. Alright, let's do it. Alright, so my rotor's going to flip across here and finish off the stabbing. Easy. Now I'm not missing this stabbing, so we're going to use a good shard this time. Let's use a T3 shard. Last time I tried to... Oh, look at his little dance. Last time I tried to get a stab and he got away. So... Only one chance. Got him. Okay, level 4, but not the best stats. So if you want to use these Illuvials, once you capture them in the live game, in order to use them in the arena, you're going to have, say if you want to use the N tier Illuvial, you have to have the Illuvials that you use to upgrade that one. You have to place them first, so you're going to have to capture a lot of Illuvials. You need the high level ones and the low level ones. Doesn't seem to be much around here. There's something over there. Yeah, we're not going to do a long stream tonight. Maybe 1 or 2 more runs. Oh cool, we got a shard. More stuff up there. Yeah, I'm really just looking forward to playing. It seems with the private beta keys, you can't ask your favourite streamer or influencer to give you a key. Illuvium are taking control of that, so basically you register with a influencer's key and you've got a higher chance of getting into the beta. There's a rift over there. So I like to, when I see one of these rifts, you can press the F key and place a little beacon. And that way you can teleport back here when the rift's closing and grab that rift for some extra energy. Not always worth it, but if you see one on your journey, it's worth grabbing. Apparently there's 6 or 7 in every rift, but I'm not sure it's worth trying to get them all. Might be more hassle than it's worth. Oh, he's a fast one. Slapping. So that's the T1. The T1 stabbing. And I've run out of energy. So I can't get it. That was a bit silly. I should have just fought it. That's not an efficient use of energy. Oh, lots of stuff here. Okay, we're out of energy. And the rift is closing. So now we teleport back to our beacon. Over there. So when we run through this, we should get an extra 300 energy. Which is basically... did it work? Oh, there we go. Yeah, 300 extra energy, which is basically 3 more minerals. But there's no minerals around here, we've got to go back this way. It's 2 that way. So if you're... I wouldn't do this in a T0 run, but it's definitely worth doing if you're in a paid run. You want to get as much out of each rift as you can, especially if you're not free to play. So that's it, we're out of energy. Yes, Harbinger, the grind continues. Thanks for joining. Very soon we'll have a new grind. The private beta is basically open for registrations and scheduled to start on the 30th. So, yeah, apparently heaps of extra content, heaps of extra things to do. You'll actually have to... they've linked it to the Ethereum, to an Ethereum testnet. So you'll have to use a faucet to get some fake Ethereum and actually do blockchain transactions in order to play the game. So that should be really cool, making sure that all works. Anyway, let's do a Crimson Waste run. Do a T2. Why not? Last run for the night. Yeah, I saw a really good wrong website for a private grind. Yeah, we we don't do that here. This is a gaming channel, Dan. Yeah, so once we connect to this Ethereum testnet, it'll be interesting seeing the transactions actually seeing how they work. Polemus actually dropped a really good guide on how to interact with a testnet. You'll actually have to use a proper wallet to do it. I'll link it in the chat at the end of this in case anyone wants to watch it. But it shows you how to connect to the testnet and to get a little allocation of pretend ETH so you can start doing transactions. We've, if you didn't hear earlier, we've maxed out our boots and our jump pack, so we're really cruising now. Oh, there's a rift. Oh, not ready to go through. How's the, can you hear my furious keyboard tapping from your end, Harbinger? It bugs me when I watch the replay, but apparently it's not that bad. Oh, messed it up. That's how to die in Crimson Waste. Don't go in the acid. Oh, there's another rift over there. So you can place 3 beacons at the moment. So I like to put them by these rifts and come get them later as the rift's closing. I think it depends on which button I'm mashing. The spacebar button's quite loud. Oh, I'll grab the ledge. Okay, you think it's fine? Good to hear. Another rift. See, this is what I mean. If you find the rifts along your journeys, you may as well grab them at the end, especially if you're paying for the run. It's quite quick to pick them up. Teleporting's very quick. Oh, lots of resources down here. Let's try for this guy. Haven't actually captured an alluvial from a T2 before. Oh, he's pretty high up. Shall we just fight it and see what happens? Yeah, I have tried adjusting the mic, but it still picks up the tapping. I ordered quite a keyboard already. Just so you know. That's a lot of stuff to fight. This could be quite a tough encounter. So let's try and take out this guy first with our rogues. Lots of points to spend. So these three will hopefully hold up these three. These guys are going to kill this guy first. And this Lynx is just going to tear us up. It looks like his team's actually going to get hyper from fighting me as well. So fire alluvials get hyper from facing air. So these two are going to kill me really quick. This might be a disaster. If we can kill this guy before he goes hyper, that'd be good. Yeah, they're all hyper already. Oh, we got him. Too little, too late. So his ginormous Lynx is hyper now as well. Interesting. See, this is not meant to happen. I lost the fight, and it still allows me to try and capture them. That's not what's meant to happen. Let's try and grab him. And if we're successful with him, we'll try and grab that big Lynx. If we got enough points left over. No good. Alright, try a higher tier. Good stats, so he's almost maxed out. And medium stats on the stats he hasn't maxed out. So that's pretty good. Never used one of these guys before.
Fatality.
Alright, we're just going to use up our energy in this run, and then we're gonna log off and go do something else. That's enough computer for one day. Hopefully the next time we do live streams we'll have access to the private beta and we can show you some new stuff. What's that on the roof there? I don't know what that is, but I'm going to check it out. Oh, it's just a mineral. Oh, it's a big rock. So green, big rocks, probably the best thing you can find. That's where you get the most shards for capturing Illuvials. Yep, there's one. Lots of rocks, and I don't know what any of them do. But we got a shard, so that's the important thing. Two shards. Let's scan this one first. Yeah, no thanks. Lynx is a great character, but you don't need 10 of them. Right under our nose. This is a pretty good run. You see on the right, every time you get a resource, you get a score. And the higher your score and the faster you run, the higher up the leaderboard you run. This is a reasonably fast run. I don't think it counts time in a rift capturing Illuvials, so if you take out my Illuvial capturing time, this is a pretty quick run. We'll be able to check the leaderboard before we finish up. Okay, so the rift is closing. We got to find our rift portals. So we got one there. Grab 3 of them real quick and then get out of here. There's one. Another one over there. And I think I did one more. Yeah, so that's an extra 500 odd energy. So now, if we go back to the start, we might be able to nab some extra resources before we get out of here. Head that way. As long as we don't get lost in Crimson Waste caves. Alright, looks like we got some stuff here. Got to be quick before the rift closes. So the boundaries of the rift get smaller and smaller the closer it gets to closing. So as you run away from the center point, you're getting closer to the boundary. Not much left. We only got enough for one more mineral. I'll just grab a plant and get out of here. Okay, that's it. We'll just head back to Sanctum Mesa. Check our bags, check our Illuvials, check our resources, check the leaderboard, and then we'll call it a night. Apparently Kieran is planning on dropping the story cutscene that's going to wow everyone as the private beta goes live, or just before, to build some hype. Very interested to seeing what they've come up with. So we've got quite the collection now. So these will all be NFTs once the game goes live. Not these ones specifically, but anything you capture will be. So if you find a good one, like, what did we find today? This guy. See, his stats are virtually maxed out on one side and above average on the other. That might be worth something, especially since he's a bit more rare, whereas this guy, bad stats, probably worth nothing. You might turn him into a coat. Very cool. Let's check the leaderboards. So we're rank 8 on the Abysmal Basin. So we did a T1 run. So the higher the rating of the run, the more points you can get. So considering it was a low level run, that's okay. Brightland Steeps, we're not on that one by the looks of it. And Crimson Waste, we got rank 7. So that was a pretty good run. And you can see we did our run in 15 minutes 50 seconds. And the runs tend to range from 14 Oh, someone's got an 11-minute run there. That's pretty good. But up to 30 minutes, 53 minutes. Yeah, if you get your run under 20 minutes, I think that's a pretty good time. Efficient farming. Anyway, thanks for joining us. We're gonna call it there. Like I said about the SRV2, you definitely want to do your own research with that. If you jump in and have a look or watch the replay, and definitely check out Polemos's information. That'd be very smart. So, yeah, catch us all later.